is the aesthetic experience with the word. My name is Jacinta, your host. Once again, I'm humbled and honored to be here. So, in our previous video, we talked about revitalization of identities and natural talents. That is RINT. And what is RINT's essence? RINT actually takes you through a journey to rediscover who you truly are, your identity and your purpose, why you're here. Okay? Rediscovering what was truly placed in you, the value system that was placed in you, your values and your strengths. We talked about identifying we talked about identifying your natural talents, the challenges that you have experienced, and the solutions that have been created from those challenges. So here we are to take on a step-by-step guide that will structure your approach into a scalable or teachable model. Now, when you experience a challenge, there's always symptoms or patterns that have actually led to this challenge or problem that you're experiencing. Or when people come to you for the solutions that you are naturally inclined to solve, there are patterns that you will be able to identify from their explanations that actually led to the problems that they're experiencing. So that is the first step that we're going to carry out, the exercise that I need you to carry out. Identifying the patterns. Okay? The first step is identify the patterns. What are those patterns, step by step, that you've seen repeatedly happening? For example, a challenge or a problem that is a repetitive one. What are those repetitive patterns that have led to this challenge? Okay? Now, when you are able to identify these patterns, I need you to carry out this exercise. Just get a problem that you have commonly experienced, write down the patterns that you have been experiencing, that you have actually identified that lead to this problem. After you've identified the problem, what is the solution that was created from this problem? 2 is the solution. Sorry, step 1 of this process is identifying core strengths and problems solved. Okay, so if this is what you want to actually do, now you have identified the patterns that are leading to the problem, okay? And then what is that solution that came out of the problem that you experienced? When you have identified the solution that was created from the problem, why are we going through this exercise? We want to structure this problem-solving process step by step, because it is what we are trying to build. It is what we want to preserve. We don't want it just wasted, going away. Like, I went through this challenge, I have solved it and forgotten. How about you teach somebody else how you did it, what you did? That this is what this is all about. Building a structure. That is an apprenticeship model. Remember, an apprentice is someone who learns from you, learns from the behavior around you, learns from what you do, the things that you do, how you solve problems. An apprenticeship is a relationship between a mentor and an apprentice. Okay? And this person probably has challenges that they are experiencing, and they would like to learn from somebody who is aligned with their expectations or shared goals, that can actually understand them as they are in this process of discovering who they are. Now, that is why they are paired with you. You as a mentor, they as an apprentice. Now, what are we establishing or building? An apprenticeship model. So, that apprenticeship model has to start from somewhere. And that's why we are starting in the initial steps. We have identified the problem, the patterns that led to this problem, and the solution to this problem. This leads us to the question, what are those strengths? Remember the elements we talked about that draw people to you for those specific problems that you are naturally inclined to solve? That is where this exercise came from. So now we are going to write those strengths, that ability that enabled you to solve this problem. And that's exactly what people are interested in. They are interested in the ability that enabled you to solve the problem. And that was when the solution was birthed. I'm going to give you an example. It will be much more easier for you to relate with the steps the way they are going. I experienced a challenge with rising and falling. Okay? My problem was rising and falling, which you would call failing in business. Why? What were the symptoms? What were the patterns? Lack of structures, carelessness, negligence. I abandoned my position as a leader. So who was delegating the work that was supposed to be done? Who was monitoring the activities of the business? The people who are working. And it was my fault. Now, those are the symptoms, those are the patterns that were identified, and that was the problem. Now, revitalizing is bringing back to life that which was dead, or evolving from one level to the other. That ability to see opportunities in challenges is what I would call my major strength. Seeing opportunities in challenges. If I had not gone through this challenge, or if I had not sat down to go through this deep transformative process, I would not have known that strength. That is the hidden ability, the hidden opportunity that is trapped inside you. Challenges don't just come to you. There's a reason as to why they are coming to you. It is because you have a solution that is trapped inside you, that is supposed to deal with the problem that you're experiencing, or deal with the problem that others are experiencing, especially when it comes to creatives. Okay? People experience different challenges, or they see opportunities in so many different places. Every time you become a problem solver, every time you create solutions to problems, you are generating wealth. It's an automatic, it's like an automatic key to generating wealth. So, the solution of bouncing back, the solution of revitalization, putting things back in order of priority, going back to that true essence of the values and the strengths that were originally placed in me, going back to the vision board. What exactly do I want to see? Where did I go wrong? How can I correct this? How can I build structures and systems that are actually now going to last? How can I correct the wrongs? As in, you go back step by step. Now, this is the time when I needed to document this, because this is an apprenticeship model. So the mentorship apprenticeship model that I built from this experience, from this program, its essence is to teach people how to preserve the value system that was originally placed in them. And that is the aesthetic experience with the word. That is what RINT Apprenticeship Program built, the prototype. And that is what I am inviting you to build. Every one of us, if you are a problem solver, has a structure, a model that they can build, that they can establish, that will actually remain relevant for generations to come. Solutions that you have come up with. If you are a business person and you have a vision, How do you see your vision moving on from one step to the other, one generation to the next? Of course, it's going to go through different trends or different seasons. If the people who are carrying on the vision of your business are actually aligned to your vision, to your goals, to your dream, then it will be much easier for them to actually make your ecosystem better in every generation. But it is entirely up to you to make sure that you have a mentorship apprenticeship model to ensure that the structure of your ecosystem in your business moves on from one generation to the next, even if it's family. Our values and our strengths, our morals that we want to be known for. Like, this is my family, and we want to be known for these values, we want to be known for these morals, we want to maintain the heritage of the kingdom of God, we want to be known as a family that serves the Lord, and these are the values that we've listed. So how does the next generation receive from the other? We must be having a structure that moves on from one step to the other. We must draw it, and we must see to it that it's passed on from one generation to the next. So the process of being able to identify the patterns leading to the problem, identifying the problem, and being able to create a solution to that problem, and being able to identify the strengths, that ability that enabled you to solve the problem, can actually reveal your niche. Can reveal your niche, your expertise. But the question is, what is that aspect of your niche that makes your approach unique? Why do you perceive? Why would you perceive it as valuable? That's also a question that you need to be able to answer. Okay, what is the unique approach or the uniqueness in your approach? The unique approach with seeing opportunities in challenges, seeing opportunities in the different problems somebody may be experiencing, or seeing opportunities in a conversation that I could be having with somebody, is the ability to discover, to cultivate, and to develop an apprentice and a mentor, and pair them both. This will reduce on time wastage because the expectations will be aligned. You will have a consistent impact because then this is a relationship that's built on shared goals. Okay? This is step one of this framework to structure your unique approach into a scalable or teachable model. We're going to have another class. This time the class will be more participatory. I'll have 3 of our prospective mentors that are building their mentorship apprenticeship model, and we'll be presenting to you the same, but we're going to be able to break down our problem solving process into key steps, and then we go to step 3, step 4, step 5. Take on these exercises. They'll actually really help you, and then you'll see if this program is good for you. You can make a decision if this is a solution for you. Okay, so our website is in the description. My email is in the description. The program email is in the description. Our numbers. Looking forward to seeing you for the next exercise. Looking forward to seeing you for the next exercises. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.